Hi, I'm doing some improvisational painting. I realize this does not look like your traditional improvisational painting per se. This is, most people when they do improvisational painting, it's more abstract. And I was just having fun yesterday drawing some barns and stuff. I'm messing with my crayons over here, sorry for the noise. I found this piece. This is from May of 2013. When I was looking for some stuff. And it's like 3 by 4 inches or something like that. 3 by 4.5. I don't know. Anyway, so it inspired this piece. This is my 11 by 14 sketchbook. This brand here. I'll have a link in the description. And so I was just having some fun with my water-soluble wax crayons yesterday. And I have more over here in the box that I'll be dragging out here in a minute. Now, one of the interesting things about these wax crayons, I need to turn a little light on, sorry. Well, it does get bright, doesn't it? Never mind. Still need to work on the lighting. I'm getting used to doing all this stuff with the lighting, the filming, the editing, the whole works. And as I was saying about the water-soluble wax pastels, is if you go over the top of them with like a regular marker, this is a pigment marker. This is the graphic one. Sometimes it'll skip and it doesn't really want to write because I'm trying to get up closer here because it is a wax pastel, and so it leaves kind of a waxy surface behind. The upside to this is you can layer on this with regular pastels, oil pastels, acrylic paints, oil paints if you want to go there, oil bars, acrylic markers. This is a Copic black. And, you know, basically the sky's the limit so long as you're not trying to use water-based inks or alcohol-based inks like what's in a Sharpie, etc. I guess the Sharpie's solvent-based. So, but hey, you know what? And this is what makes this improvisational. So I'm expecting this marker to skip. I'm just drawing whatever I want to do. Making a gate post. These are big round hay bales. Apologize for the dog barking in the background. Neighbor is mowing, and the place recently sold, so it's someone new, and so he's a little freaking out. Now you may be wondering, why is this blue right here? It's blue like the sky. Is that part of improvisation? No, this is a granary. And so that's the big barn door, and it opens all the way through so that they could drive the tractors with the wagons through to unload. And the window up on top, and I think it's called a cupola in the granary, is always open all the way through to allow air to come up through the sides. The sides of the walls are slats. They're not solid sheets of siding and wood. And let's see, what do we have here? And that allows the air to go upwards. It creates a draft effect. I lost a couple of my pens, and I might have done it. I don't know. Frankie might have done it for me. He likes to play in my studio at night when I'm asleep. He's very fond of my paintbrushes. that brush on again. Yeah, this is skipping, but I was expecting it would do that. And then there are 2 doors up here. And that scratching noise you hear, that's not just the marker hitting the paper, but it's also, that's the sound of the wax residue left from the crayons. I'm not sure how I feel about the wax crayons as far as like archivalness for the long haul. I don't know how archival they will be, and this pen has decided it doesn't want to work anymore. And right now I'm working on several projects, and I just wanted to take some time to just draw for whatever reason. Nothing in particular, nothing specific. These lines here that extend out, this allows, that's the extension for when you open up the door and you allow the door to go that way. And this one has it so the door can go either direction. But its door got taken off in a windstorm. We have something out here on the prairie called derechos. Really high winds that move really, really fast. And losing a barred door is rarely common in a derecho. Not symmetrical, but who cares, right? Maybe it's a little asymmetrical because of a windstorm. One of the things I love about these crayons, even though the jury's still out on its archivalness, is the fact that I can go over it after I've just, the base layer is all done with the crayons. I can go over it afterwards when it's dry and add more color and detail if I want. And very often you will see, where are you? Lines going like that across on the barbed wire fence, and that just reinforces the fence. And if you have livestock back there like cows, then it'll keep the cows from pushing through the fence. Cows do that. Now using my Posca marker, for no reason other than I can, let's give us a silo. And let's see. The silos for the silage, for the cattle. And give it a couple grain bins. Depending on the part of the United States you're in and depending on the manufacturers, the silos will either be made out of metal, and they're usually like a cobalt blue with a white top, or they're concrete or brick. So this one's going to be a brick one, I think. And it's going to be red brick to boot. Give it a horizon line there. So we're going to add more green in if I want, or, you know, maybe it's fall and the grass is orange. Or gold. Grain bins come in a lot of different sizes out here on the prairie. Some are tall and skinny. Some are short and fat. All depends on the year they were born and the manufacturer. Anyway, so that is how I relax. Let's get a little grass path from the barn out to the silo. Black Bosca pin, next size up. Driveway to the barn. Usually there's lots of gravel around barns. That way we can get that big old tractor in here to drop off our bales of hay. This gate looks really narrow, but it's not. That's probably a 10-foot wide gate because that's how big the bales of hay are. They're huge. Well, in my story anyway, they're huge. This silo, a little bit of color. The interesting thing about the grain bins is they're made out of galvanized steel. So they're kind of like a grayish color, I guess. And when they rust, they turn a really strange shade of orange. It's not like the regular rust like you'd see on the side of your car. It's more of a flame color, whereas the rust on your car is more of a brownish color. And so, almost like this color here. I don't have my other orange color out here. It's a little bit darker than this, but not far. It's definitely not this kind of rust color. This color is called sanguine. I think I pronounced that correctly. Alright, so we're going to have to find some more colors to fill in the rest of this, but I think it looks pretty good for starters.